Blackfacts.com presents Black History Heroes. W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Du Bois, in full William Edward Burghardt Du Bois, American sociologist, historian, author, editor, and activist, who was the most important black protest leader in the United States during the first half of the 20th century. Du Bois was born on February 23, 1868, in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, to Alfred and Mary Sylvina Du Bois. Mary Sylvina Burghardt's family was part of the very small free black population of Great Barrington and had long owned land in the state. He attended the local integrated public school and played with white schoolmates. As an adult, he wrote about racism which he felt as a fatherless child and the experience of being a minority in the town. But teachers recognized his ability and encouraged his intellectual pursuits, and his rewarding experience with academic studies led him to believe that he could use his knowledge to empower African Americans. Du Bois graduated from Fisk University, a historically black institution in Nashville, Tennessee, in 1888. He received a Ph.D. from Harvard University in 1895. His doctoral dissertation, The Suppression of the African Slave Trade to the United States of America, 1638 to 1870, was published in 1896. Although Du Bois took an advanced degree in history, for more than a decade he devoted himself to sociological investigations of blacks in America, producing 16 research monographs published between 1897 and 1914 at Atlanta University in Georgia, where he was a professor, including The Philadelphia Negro, a Social Study, 1899, the first case study of a black community in the United States. He believed that in a climate of virulent racism social change could be accomplished only through agitation and protest. In this view, he clashed with the most influential black leader of the period, Booker T. Washington, who, preaching a philosophy of accommodation. In 1903, in his famous book The Souls of Black Folk, Du Bois charged Washington's strategy. 2 years later, in 1905, Du Bois took the lead in founding the Niagara Movement, which was dedicated chiefly to attacking the platform of Booker T. Washington. The small organization, which met annually until 1909, was seriously weakened by internal squabbles and Washington's opposition. Du Bois played a prominent part in the creation of the NAACP and became the association's director of research and editor of its magazine, The Crisis. In this role he wielded an unequaled influence as the propagandist for the black protest from 1910 until 1934. Du Bois' black nationalism took several forms, the most influential being his pioneering advocacy of Pan-Africanism, the belief that all people of African descent had common interests and should work together in the struggle for their freedom.
Future emancipation of the Africans in their own country.
He resigned from the editorship of The Crisis and the NAACP in 1934, yielding his influence as a race leader, and charging that the organization was dedicated to the interests of the black bourgeoisie and ignored the problems of the masses. He joined the Socialist Party in 1912. He remained sympathetic with Marxist ideas throughout the rest of his life. Upon leaving the NAACP, he returned to Atlanta University, where he devoted the next 10 years to teaching and scholarship. In 1940, he wrote Dusk of Dawn, subtitled An Essay Toward an Autobiography of a Race Concept. In this brilliant book, Du Bois explained his role in both the African and the African American struggles for freedom. In 1961 he applied to, and was accepted as a member of, the Communist Party. That same year he left the United States for Ghana, where he began work on the Encyclopedia Africana in earnest, though it would never be completed, and where he later became a citizen. His health declined during the 2 years he was in Ghana. He died on August 27, 1963, in the capital of Accra at the age of 95. Learn more at blackfacts.com.